Okay, we'd like to thank everybody again for coming out. Again, for any of you that weren't here, my name is Patrick Richardson, and I am the managing editor of the Cherokee County News Advocate, and we are sponsoring this candidate forum along with the Columbus Chamber of Commerce. We appreciate everybody's patience in getting everything set up while we're doing this. Believe me, after 2 of these, nobody is more ready to get this done than Chris, our publisher, and I are back there. The format will be pretty much the same as 2 weeks ago down in Baxter Springs. I have 2 pre-prepared questions for each candidate. Each candidate will get 2 minutes to answer them, and then their opponent will get 1 minute rebuttal. Whoever takes the question first will then have 30 seconds to respond at my discretion. Then once we get through that, we're going to try and get through it pretty quick. Usually take about 45 minutes. We will then move on to some questions from the audience. We will also try to keep that to about 45 minutes. Like I said, we'd like to get everybody out of here. We appreciate your patience. We'll just kind of start as we go down. It'll be kind of random. I completely forgot what I was going to say. So, with no further ado, we will move on and get to the first question. And the first one I have is for the sheriff. I did want to say Mr. Richard Hildebrand is here, and I don't know if Gary Allen is here. They're both running for Cherokee County Commission. However, they're kind of out of their district up here, and so will not be participating tonight. Okay, Sheriff, you should be familiar with the first question because it's the same one you had the last time. Everybody, it will be the same one you had the last time. What is your #1 priority as sheriff?
Well, that is a really broad question, and the quick answer is #1 priority is public safety. I think we've got to go about that. There's a lot of ways to go about it. One way that my office has tried to increase public safety is by being a positive influence in our schools. And I told a school teacher friend of mine that I would talk a little bit about education, so that's how I'm segueing into that. We have a lot of positive programs going on in our schools, from drug awareness. We're working right now with it's called Eddie the Eagle program, which is an NRA-sponsored gun safety program for pre-K to, I believe, 5th or 6th graders. So we're going into the schools. We implemented the SAFE program, which is an acronym for Seatbelts Are For Everyone. In our first year of doing that, which was last year, we increased seatbelt usage among Cherokee County high school students by 52%. And so I really enjoy being in the schools. The kids are great. We work as a partnership rather than just me going in there and lecturing an assembly on how to be safe and things to do to be safe. I really enjoy forming committees or groups with the students, like our safety committees, and working with them so that they have a vested interest in the success of the program as well. So I guess went a little bit long on education, but that's one way that I think that we need to, or that my office has been working on public safety. Of course, we've also been aggressive towards those who are. I didn't realize I had one of those. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You caught me off the corner of my eye. Another way that we've really tried to focus on public safety is by being aggressive on those who manufacture and distribute methamphetamine in Cherokee County. We all have lived here for a long time. We know that that's a huge problem, and it causes secondary crimes such as domestic violence, burglaries, thefts, things of that nature. And so one of our main focuses is going after those who are responsible for the manufacturing and distribution. And even further than that, we try to focus that on those who are committing those crimes around our public schools.
Okay. For the second question, and his opponent is not here tonight, so there won't be any rebuttals.
That's why I went long the first one. I figured I had this time too.
Well, we thought the cards would be better than Chris back there going like this.
Yeah, good.
In the past, there has been some friction between the Sheriff's Department and the communities within the county. How do you plan to improve that working relationship?
Well, I would, I guess, reject the premise that we haven't already done that, and I understand the question was based on both candidates being here. One of my top priorities was to build strong relationships with not only agencies in Cherokee County, but throughout the southeast Kansas and the tri-state area. Because as we all know, the criminals from Cherokee County don't stop at the county or state line, and vice versa. The criminals from Missouri and Oklahoma don't stop and say, we're not going to Kansas. They're certainly come over here. So it's been important to me to form strong partnerships with those agencies. I've done so by working closely with them. I'm currently the chairman of the Tri-State Major Case Squad. I was elected to serve as the district representative on the board of directors for the Kansas Sheriff's Association, which encompasses many of the counties in southeast Kansas. And we work with them on a regular basis. If a crime happens here, a burglary, theft, something of that nature, we immediately send that information to officers in southeast Kansas, northeast Oklahoma, and southwest Missouri, so that everybody, all the officers out on patrol, know what's been stolen, what they should be looking for, and vice versa. They send the same thing to our office. And where that's paid off is this current situation where we've had numerous residential burglaries in the county. That is an organization of 5 individuals that has committed those crimes in 5 counties: Barton, Jasper, and Newton in Missouri, Cherokee County, and Ottawa County down in Oklahoma. The last several weeks, we have been working in strong partnership with them, sharing information, and as a result of that, we've had 2 of the 5 suspects placed into custody in Missouri recently. We've conducted 2 search warrants, including one yesterday at a motel in Carthage, where we recovered stolen property from a residence just southwest of Columbus here. And we have identified the other 3 suspects, and we being agencies and law enforcement from all 3 states, are actively searching for all 3 of them. So that's where experience comes into play and how it benefits the citizens of Cherokee County, because we've already got those relationships built, and because of that, we're able to more effectively work on a regional basis.
Okay, the next question is for the county commission candidates. Since Mr. Napier just happens to be down here on the end where I am, that's where we'll start. Same question. What would your number 1 priority be as county commissioner?
Well, I think my number 1 priority would be our tax base, our personal property taxes. If I'm elected commissioner, I'm going to work very hard to try to drop our property taxes, do our part as county commissioner. That means we need to drop the mill levy. I'll try to be real intent with trying to keep our mill levy as low as possible.
Mr. Garner.
Let me ask the same question that you did, Charlie. I think the number 1, what we're working on is getting growth for the Cherokee County. Build a tax base, and you know, we've got a lot of potential over in the southeastern part of the county now. Galena's doing a great job of building up there, and that brings up our tax base. And we're currently working on getting some water and a sewer system down in the southeast part of the county. And if we can do that, that'll generate great income and be great growth for the future of Cherokee County.
The second question will come to you since you had the last one. How would you address economic development in Cherokee County?
Economic development is, like I say, we're working on that right now, our current commission staff, and is to get a wastewater treatment and real water down in the southeast part of the county. Again, I think that's one of the biggest areas of the county that we'll see growth in the near future. And with the highways, corridors coming in, all funneling that direction, and proximity of Joplin, Missouri, and like I say, the large casino down there is tourist attraction. If we get some infrastructure down in that area, I think it'll benefit the whole county in the long run.
Mr. Napier.
Well, one of the first things I would want to do is, when I was commissioner before, I sat on the board of the Southeast Kansas Regional Planning Committee, which is 12 counties in the corner of southeast Kansas here. I was very active in that when I sat on the board, and their thing is to bring industry into southeast Kansas. They will write grants, they make small business loans, and I will try to be very active in that.
Mr. Garner, do you have anything you want to add? You have 1 minute.
I'm currently on the same board that Charlie sat on up here in the Southeast Kansas Commission, and they do write grants and stuff like that. But again, I think what we've got going as the commissioners right now is, in the works, you know, and we've won that settlement with Penn National. I don't know what it'll derive of, but the judge did rule in favor of Cherokee County. And if we get any kind of revenue from that, and, in the near future, that will be a great help to us to improve some of the roads and stuff. But again, I mean, our future growth, I think, is, not only in the southeast part of the county, but I mean, it's overall, it's gonna benefit everybody in the county if we can get some infrastructure down that area. And that's what we're gonna strive to work for in the near future.
All right, we'll move on to the treasurer next. Ms. Hudson, since you're just down table, same question as last time. What's your number one priority as treasurer?
One of my number one priorities is dedication to my office, to my employees, to Cherokee County. I feel that I've shown dedication to the job. In my whole lifetime, I've only had 2 jobs, high school and Cherokee County. I've been with Cherokee County for 21 years. I have a good staff of employees right now. We have good communication with each other. We have good customer service. We have good, the employees work well together with each other. I couldn't ask for a better crew. We've been through a lot in that office, especially in the motor vehicle department, with the state, with all 105 counties changing out this motor vehicle system. It has been a challenge for not just treasurers, but to my staff, to you taxpayers too. It's a never-ending change with the motor vehicle department. That would just be my priority, continue doing the job I've been doing. I love my job, I'm dedicated to my job.
Ms. Hunter.
I think probably my top priority is to be a professional office, to extend to the Cherokee County people so that they know that they're more than welcome to come into the office, a friendly atmosphere, and to work on any problems that we can possibly do to make it easier. I know a lot of people come up and they're in a rush, and I think as long as you put out your professionalism and work with that and work with your employees and know that they can answer any questions and be cross-trained and work together in a professional manner, we can handle any kind of problems that come up, and that would be my top priority.
The second question, I think everybody can probably hear me, I've got a big mouth. How would you improve cross-training across functions in your office?
Cross-training can be done in various ways. She mentioned before that you have to have a password, you have to be cleared to be on the computers. But there's other ways to cross-train. You can cross-train and be able to answer questions no matter what question comes up with every person in that office. They don't have to be able to get on a computer to handle some of your problems. If you call in, everybody should be cross-trained well enough to say, let me handle that for you. If I don't have an answer, let me check on it in just a moment. But they don't have to call back. They don't have to be put on hold. So cross-training to me has to be done. If I have a girl that can't come in for the day, that job still has to be done. If she's a main one on the computer, there's got to be a strong backup. And at that point, we all have to work together to form one thing. Those girls that are in there now are they're really a good bunch of girls. They work together, and I agree with her. I've watched them. They work together good. But there is some cross-training that needs to be done.
I feel a lot of the employees are cross-trained. It's hard to say you're going to cross-train everyone in the office, not knowing exactly what each of them can do and not do. A lot of the stuff, especially the motor vehicle department, you just can't call in and answer a question without getting on a computer. If a person wants to know where their title is,